Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I have not done a good amount of like baking and different things like that on this channel. It's mainly like hauls and fashion. So I kind of want to start doing a little bit more of those things here. All of my like baking and cocktails are normally on my TikTok or my Instagram. So I decided to kind of give y'all a long form video. It's going to be a lot easier for me to do it here because I don't have like those time constraints with TikTok and Instagram especially, because you can only film like a minute and a half really. I think you can do a little bit longer, but it won't be pushed out or anything for like y'all to see. And then TikTok is only like 10 minutes. So anyway, yeah, we are going to be doing the Dolly Parton muffin and bread mix. So the last one that I did was just the muffins. That was Betty Crocker. And I really enjoyed doing it, but again, the reason why like it was like out of frame and all that is because it was for my other platforms. This one I just wanted to dedicate just to YouTube so y'all can see like the full on thing. So yeah, and I thought it would be like a little fun to just be able to show y'all like the whole process. So anyway, this is the Duncan Hines and the Dolly Parton collection. If you are not familiar, first, I am obsessed with Dolly Parton, if you didn't know that. And then the other thing is I have tried so many of her things. Like I have this one. I have, just right now, I've got her sugar cookie mix. And I want to do this one because I have not mastered like baking just basic sugar cookies. I know that's crazy, but I have not mastered that yet. So I'm going to do this one eventually. And then I have her boxed pancake mix. And y'all, I absolutely love her stuff. There hasn't been anything that I have tried of hers that I didn't like. I also have the pancake syrup. Yeah, it's a little bit of an obsession. But yeah, if you have not tried her line yet, it's really, really good. I did see that she has dinner, like frozen dinners too. I'm not quite sure about that. I've gotten different reviews, and my friend Hope had tried one of her dishes and she didn't particularly care for it. So I don't know, I haven't tried it yet, but all of her like breakfast foods, desserts, and things like that have all been absolutely amazing. And I'm down in my kitchen, obviously, so I'm kind of playing around with lighting and angles, so if stuff looks a little wonky, just bear with me. So anyway, again, this is the one that we're doing, and because I just did the blueberry muffins, I'm going to make this, it says that it's a muffin and bread mix, so I'm going to put this in this little dish here. I don't have like a loaf pan, so I need to eventually try to get one of those. I love things that are like semi-homemade because I love baking and different things like that, but I absolutely hate cooking. So I'm trying to get a little bit better at it, but I don't enjoy it. I just feel like with cooking, things, you can't decorate things pretty like you can with like desserts and things like that. So this is the mix, and then it also comes with strudel topping that we're gonna make too while this is in the oven. All right, I had to push y'all back a little bit so you could see everything. I went ahead and put my apron on, and I know I said we're gonna use this one, but actually I think it would be kind of fun to use this one. So we're gonna put that in here, but I'm gonna say that and put that in a little bit later. I've got to wash that out because that's, I actually haven't used that one before. So very simple ingredients. We're going to start off with 2 large eggs. These may not be large, but it's what I got. So we're going to do 2 of those. And yes, we did wash our hands. And then we're going to do, what is this? A 1/2 cup of milk. We're going to get our little measuring base. Ooh. Okay. Let's set that to the side. And of course, our mix. And I do things in a random order. I know some recipes call for you to separate your wet and dry ingredients. Unless it specifically says that, I just dump everything in. We've got our baking mix in there. And this calls for a 1/2 cup of melted butter. So I'm gonna do that. I only really like Country Crock. I have tried other brands, and so far the very few that I've tried, I don't particularly care for. But this one is just, I don't know. I've been using this and been eating this type of butter since I was a kid. And I don't know, it's just what I prefer. So I'm gonna go melt this and we'll be right back. All right, and I just realized I stopped recording when I was mixing these ingredients. So I really hope that it caught me putting the rest of the ingredients in. If it didn't, I apologize. I've got like a lot of stuff that I'm trying to edit, and me and storage just like, I don't know, we just keep butting heads. 1/2 cup of melted butter. And then it is calling for 1/4 of a cup of oil. So I'm actually going to use the rest of my melted butter, just because I prefer butter over vegetable oil. So this is one. Put this in there. Okay, there is our oil. Get that done. And put that to the side. All right. So this is what we have so far. And we are gonna go and give this a good mix. At some point, I want to get like a pink stand mixer. I want one so bad, but those things are not cheap. So yeah, it's just gonna have to wait for a minute right now. I am actually going to change this spoon and go get a whisk. This smells so good, y'all. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah, so I have this all good and mixed in here. I've washed my little baking pan, and I already have the oven preheating. So I am going to go ahead, and I have Pam. I sometimes like to use both, but I definitely, if I use Pam, I definitely like to go in with a paper towel and grease the entire bottom of whatever baking pan that I'm using with butter. I just feel like it comes out a little bit better, and butter is always good. So I just use the, when I'm only buying one, I just use the original Pam. If I have separate ones when I'm baking, I try to use the butter flavor, just because. But normally, if I'm just like going to the store and I'm just picking up a couple of things because we're out of it, I'll usually just go and use the original, just because we use it for not only baking, but like food, and like if we do a stir fry or something like that, we just go ahead and do it that way as well. So we are all greased up. And then I am going to do this, a light spray of Pam as well. And we are just going to get this out of here. And then I'm going to take my spoon and give it one last little stir to make sure we've got all the clumps out. All right, and we are ready to rock and roll. I'm going to pull this here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And we only want to fill this halfway, which I think will be okay. That way when it rises, it won't overflow or anything else like that. So whenever you're filling your whatever pan that you're doing, you only want to fill it halfway. That way it won't be overflowed and it'll just come out looking a lot better, as well as making sure like everything is cooked properly inside. All right, so this is about all we filled it up to. I have just a tiny bit left that I am going to end up putting in a separate muffin pan, but I want to get this in the oven. I do want to put a few sugar crystals on top. I know we're going to do the strudel, but I ended up doing this with the other muffins that I did, and it came out really, really well. So just a few like little sprinkle sugar crystals. And it'll just add to the sweetness just a bit. All right, so I set my pan to the side while I go and fill the other little muffin tins, and then we're gonna make our strudel to put on top of it before we put them in the oven. So I probably only need about, I've just got these little muffin tins. I probably honestly only need about one of them because they are pretty deep, but I love these. These are just absolutely adorable. I love the gingham. I hate that I didn't buy, I ran out like actual fresh blueberries, but we'll do that another time. So with this one, just because it's small, I'm just going to do this with some Pam. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to fill up the rest of this. And again, this one about halfway as well. So I don't know, maybe I'll need two of them. All right, I went ahead and filled these two muffin tins. I actually needed two of them and not one. I went ahead and added water to my pan. That helps the pan not burn if it doesn't have anything in it. So we are going to set this aside and go ahead and start on our strudel. I'm going to go ahead and open this packet. And I'm actually going to do just a little bit, a few like little sprinkles in there so it can be on the top, but like I said, not a lot. I was actually looking for my edible glitter, but I have no idea where it is. I take a mix between being down here when I'm baking and then being at my coffee bar in my beauty room. So it's probably up there. So this is just what it looks like. I am going to mix in just a few sprinkles. I wanted to show you this too. So this is actually a measuring spoon, and I have another one. This one is a teaspoon, and then this one, this is the little packet, how it looks. This one is the teaspoon, and then whatever amount of measurement that you want, you can just fold it over like this. And the same with this one. And then these are magnetic, so if you want to put them on the refrigerator or what have you, they also stick together, so you can keep them in one container, which it comes in there, so it's kind of convenient. But anyway, we are going to do okay, so we are going to do 1 tablespoon. So that much. And we're going to do that melted butter. So I'm going to put that in there. That is about enough. And then if you have like anything sticky like peanut butter or anything, you can just open it and then just scrape it on the bowl. So it's really nice. All right, that's done. Like I said, I'm probably only gonna use, I don't know, we're not gonna measure. Just a very few sprinkles, just to give it a little bit of color. And I think it'll look kind of fun too. So we're gonna have that, and then we're gonna give this a good mix. Let me get a smaller spoon. There we go. And we're gonna do this until it gets all like crumbly. So this is what it looks like when you mix it. Because I have 2 separate things, I kind of want to make more of this. So I actually have a graham cracker pie crust that I ended up crushing apart. So I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of that in here. Hopefully I don't screw this up, but we'll find out. And just combine a little bit of that graham cracker crust to there. And I'm just doing this a little bit at a time just to see how this comes out. But I think that it will be nice. If anything, it'll give me a few different textures, which I think will be lovely to put on top of this. Okay, I'm gonna do just a little bit more. Okay, so this is what we have. I just don't want that to fall out. So we are gonna go ahead and do the main one first. And I'm just gonna kind of lightly put this all over. And I will give you all a closer look before I put this in the oven, just so you can see, because I know the vantage point is a little wonky right now. But I think this is gonna come out so good. Okay, I've got that. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my little small muffins. And give them a nice little sprinkle. I'm gonna go ahead and use up the rest of this. And I course, I think I'm gonna add just a few more little glittery sprinkles to it. And you can totally leave this out, or Halloween and fall is coming. If you want to do it, if you want to have your sprinkles match your theme for whatever you're celebrating, that would be nice as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean up around the rim so nothing burns. I do usually go ahead and grease my my sides as well, but I just want to go ahead and clean that off. So this is what we have so far. I don't want that to slip down, but of course after we get it done out of the oven, you'll be able to see it a lot better. And these are what the muffins look like. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven, and while they're baking, I'm gonna clean up a little bit, and I'll see you when they come out. It came out so pretty, y'all. Look. Oh, this came out so nice. Okay. I'm gonna put this here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the other one. Okay, so these are how the muffins came out. I'm just gonna put these to the side. So they have a recipe where you can add a little, like a little bit of a topping with confectioner sugar and then something else. I'm not really gonna do that right now. Mitchell is on his way home. He just had to go to his on-site office to do something with his computer or something. So I wanna finish this up so I can get him situated. So we're just gonna have a muffin right now. I want to cut into this and see how it looks. I'm so excited, y'all. Okay, I'm just gonna peel this off. And that's what it looks like. A little butter. I did take them out a little while ago because I just wanted them to cool a little bit so they're not like too hot. These are good. These are good. I want to try the topping since we mixed it with the graham cracker. It's perfect. I think the mix made a difference. So like I said, even if you didn't have something as big, I would just mix graham cracker crust with it. And I just did like, I think it's just like the honey graham cracker crust from what is it? I can't think of the brand. I'll put it down below. But yeah, this is really good. I think I like these better than the other one, the other blueberry muffins I just did. That's what I'm saying, y'all. If you have not tried her line, you definitely have to try it. It's so easy. It's a lot of fun. I typically mix other things in there. Like a lot of the time I'll do boozy desserts, so I'll put like a liqueur in there or something else, and it just makes it have a fun flavor. But this is so good. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I am so excited to be getting back a lot more consistent on here, but this is fun. I'm gonna try to do more like full-on baking videos on here. It's just a lot more fun. I can relax and enjoy everything and actually show y'all kind of step by step, you know, and not so much of like the big chops that I have to do when I'm doing my other platforms, because I only have, you know, like a minute and a half or 10 minutes. I'm actually able to show you everything that I'm doing. So Anyway, thank y'all so much, and I will see you in the next one.